So there's no great demand for 1,100 megawatts of power from Site C. Nobody is going to turn around and need it. Even if we were to power every electric vehicle in the province, if everybody had an electric vehicle in the province, we wouldn't need one more amp than we have now. So that's not a factor. The promotion is that possibly the LNG facilities would be powered by electricity and would therefore be greener than their current proposal, which is to power them with natural gas and blow a whole pile of GHGs in the air. The problem with that is the economics, in that if it takes, as expected, Site C's 9 billion, which is about 13 to 15 cents per kilowatt hour as cost. If that's the cost and you are selling it at the quoted rate, the established rate to LNG facilities at 8 cents per kilowatt hour, most people with grade 2 education can figure that's not a winning business proposition. To sell something you make for 13, to sell it for 8 isn't going to ring any banker's chimes. But apparently that passes for economic planning in the levels of the BC government. And it's a total erroneous mistake. It's going to impoverish our children and leave them with a debt they will not thank us for. What would I do with $9 billion? I would probably put a solar panel on every roof of every residential building in BC. I would turn the power system on its ear. I would have those be the power source rather than some massive great dam, and keep the existing distribution system to feed it to where it's needed in a very smart network grid. I would also use the hydropower that we do have and run a big intertie to our neighbor provinces and states to allow power sharing to occur smartly across a grid extending particularly to our neighboring provinces, so that we had a very efficient electrical system in Canada that would assure us that we didn't have to go digging holes in the ground to get fossil fuels out in order to power dirty coal facilities, the 11 coal burning facilities in Alberta and Saskatchewan, and other places that are contemplating nuclear power, which is equally problematic as fossil fuel. That I would do, and I would regard every photon that arrives from the sun as a gift to promote an industry specialty in BC of renewable resources and turn us into a real climate leader with many, many jobs more than would be afforded by this fossil fuel nonsense.